A 35-year-old woman in Arizona by the name of Jennifer Dempsey is accused of seducing 2 young boys on Facebook by pretending like she was 16 years old. So oftentimes when we do these stories, it has to do with, I don't know, like a middle-aged man who is tricking young girls on Facebook, but it turns out women do it too. So we have a local news report on this. Let's take a look at that, and then I have more creepy details on this story.
This is a Facebook picture police say 35-year-old Jennifer Dempsey used to lure 2 teenage boys she had sex with.
You hear about it all the time. Different things. It's a surprise it's a woman. You usually hear about male.
According to police, Dempsey brought the 14-year-old victim to her home and to this park, Granada Park, to have sex with him after telling him on Facebook she was 15 years old.
Who thinks that that looked like a 15-year-old's picture? That's kind of amazing.
So she looks older than 35.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising that, I don't know if the teenagers actually fell for it. Now, the boys were 14 and 16 years old. The age of consent in Arizona is 18, so obviously they were minors and they cannot consent to having sex with someone who's 35 years old. Now, saying all of that, the story gets even more twisted because apparently she pretended like she was fake, and she shows up to the home of one of the boys' parents, right, and says, "Oh, your son got me pregnant," and the parents call the cops on her. And when the cops question her, she's like, "Oh, I have cancer. I'm going through chemotherapy." And she also lied to her family about that.
She shaved her head.
She shaved her head. She's like, "Feel bad for me. I know I had sex with a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old, and I know I pretended like I was a 15-year-old on Facebook, but hey, I'm pretending to have cancer, so feel bad for me."
She taped a fake chemotherapy port to her chest to convince her own family that she's been seriously ill for the last 5 years when she never told them she was ill for those 5 years. No, obviously cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But you knew she was a little off when she bothered to pretend that she was a 15-year-old girl, because if you told a 16-year-old boy, "I will have sex with you and I'm an attractive 35-year-old, they would have showed up anyway, as Ben pointed out earlier.
Yeah,
today,
you don't need to lie to teenage boys to have sex with them. This is her booking photo, and this is the photo she posted to lure. You also don't have sex with a 14-year-old boy when you're a 35-year-old.
No, this is a thing. I mean, we talked about this. This is a thing. I mean, older women who want younger boys, and it has everything to do with emotional, psychological needs. You're never going to convince me it's about the sex. It's about someone who's going to lavish attention on them.
I agree with you. It definitely has to do with the attention. But also, I feel like we have to correct something that we've done in the past where, when we talk about, oh, when we have kids or you already have kids, Cenk, I'm not going to send him or her overnight to a camping trip, for instance, with a bunch of men, grown men. Well, it turns out women do these creepy things too. So you almost can't trust anyone.
Okay, usual keeping it real on the Young Turks here. Ben, you have a 16-year-old son. The legal age of consent is 16 in your state. Not the mugging picture, not the mug shot, but the better-looking picture. He has sex with that 35-year-old. I don't know. Do you prosecute? Do you care?
I mean,
not prosecute, obviously, because it's legal. But in that scenario, but
16 would be legal.
Yeah.
I thought it was 18 in Arizona.
It is.
I'm saying in this hypothetical. I mean, like,
it's legal. You're saying it's legal.
Yeah. Do you care as a parent? Do you care?
Yeah, I care. I would probably go yell at that woman.
Oh, really? You would?
I think so. I mean,
Cenk would be proud.
I would.
I would definitely be slightly proud, and then I would I would say, look, I'm keeping it real, and I'm okay. I'll probably change my opinion on this. You guys will get me to lib out, and I get all that, right, over the course of time. But then I would pull my son aside and I'd give him a talk. I'd be like, look, if a 35-year-old woman is having sex with you, just be careful because she might be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
No,
she might be. She's
35.
Definitely crazy.
16. I mean, again, a 16-year-old is still a child. Like, it's different. Everything progressive. But a 16-year-old is a child. So I'd be like, stay away from my freaking child.
Yeah.
Okay?
And also,
that's the thing.
Cenk,
I don't think 16 is that much of a child.
Okay,
I mean, we've had this discussion before, too.
I don't know. Wait till your kids are 16. You'll think, I mean, they're idiots. And they still need you, and they still I get it. They should, if my 16-year-old daughter, I'm 30 days from having a daughter. My 16-year-old daughter had sex with a 20-year-old boy. Like, I'm gonna have a tough time, but I get it. I'm not gonna go ballistic. I mean, it depends on what kind of guy he is. He's the kind of guy to have sex with a 16-year-old girl, so I'm probably going to go ballistic. Okay. Yeah, now that I think about it. But I get it. It's different. It's a different standard. This is a grown person who is like, I mean, it's different. She's not a teacher, but this is a person who you sort of hope you've taught your kids to sort of be respectful to and understand that they may know better, and she is training on that trust to take advantage of them. And that's
also, you're not considering the fact that she possibly could get pregnant. I mean, she's obviously crazy.
No,
your
but you gotta have a conversation about
nothing.
safe sex, and you gotta have a conversation with, when you're 16, don't fall in love, period. It'll be kind of cute to see if it's, you've got a girlfriend and she's 16, you're 16, you fall in a little bit of love, couple of weeks, couple of months, I could live with it.
You're going to tell your 16-year-old kids not to fall in love?
Yeah.
That's
okay, so terrible,
that's terrible decision.
I would say it's highly irrational. It's ridiculous.
Okay. And by the way, I'm sure that'll work.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.